What's going on, guys? It's Kirby's DS Daddy acting COO and head of media for Samurai Blood Clan, back with another video. Today, guys, I wanted to give you an esports executive's reaction to the Optic Texas versus FaZe Vegas Major 2 Grand Finals match. I watched it before all this, and honestly, guys, I really wasn't impressed with the gameplay I was seeing. Our guys, especially our team captain, JT Fireshot, the best guy we got, would run miles around these guys. I just feel that they make some very rookie mistakes. So really, this video is a window into really how we do things here at Samurai Blood Clan, and some tips and tricks for these guys over here at Optic Texas and FaZe Vegas. So without further ado, let's get right into it, guys. Okay, a lot of movements, a lot of acrobatics, a lot of flashbangs being used. We're more concussion guys, to be honest. Okay, let's break that down right there. So, we've got our player here. You see he's got some ample coverage, but his torso is all exposed, this entire area. In retrospect, he's in pretty good position. I would have preferred more of a crouch position here, personally. That would mitigate his upper torso being exposed, but overall, not a bad position to be. What is bad here, though, is the fact that this player lacks all awareness of what's back here, which is a grenade that was thrown, right? So you have a few choices. You can either bail out and go forward through that door and escape the danger of the explosive, or what I would have done personally, right, and what we train our guys to do here at Samurai Blood Clan, what JT Fireshot, our team captain, would have, I know for a fact, done, is I would have done a 360 spin, right, dashed over to the grenade, picked it up, lob it out this door to any enemies that may be entering the room. This move plays into what a lot of the greatest minds of Call of Duty and great Call of Duty philosophers call the law of 360. And what the law of 360 states is it's a physics-based law. It's a law basically saying that most things in Call of Duty work and come in 360s. So what you are effectively doing is now taking something that was intended to be an offensive move towards you, and you are turning it around on them. You're essentially pulling a Tim and Jerry style move on them. You know, we all know the popular kids cartoon Tim and Jerry. Tim tries to hit Jerry with a hammer, and Jerry turns the hammer around, and Tim hits himself in the head. That's essentially what we're doing here. Ooh, that was nasty. Let's break down that drop shot, guys. I actually like the position of where this FaZe Vegas member is to begin with, right? He's got this nice barrier of coverage here. You could see the enemy right here. He would be smart to just stay here, hunker down right alongside this area, and wait for the enemy to push around. But instead, he gets aggressive. He lets his confidence get the best of him. And he's like, no, I'm going to push up. So we see him push up here. Okay, right here. Enemy's back. You can see, guys, clearly the enemy's back is facing him right now. The enemy has no awareness of him. So let's see where this goes wrong. Because right now, this looks like a beautiful play. This looks like a give me, you know. Enemy notices, here's footsteps. This is great situational awareness, gamer sense by Huke. He picks up, hey, there's something going on behind me. Spidey senses start going. Yeah, I better turn around. Flips around, beautifully done. He aims in, up, I'm not there anymore. Ducks him. Drops down. Hits the ground. Is now having to readjust. What just happened? Sorry, buddy, I'm on the ground. Maybe I'll take a little nap while I'm here. Let me cover up. And, you know, that's all she wrote. That's a classic drop shot right here. Finishes the job. Beautifully done. Okay, he's rushing in with his knife. Can be effective. Sees the enemy. And draws the grenade and just hesitates on the opportunity. Multiple opportunities in that situation. Let's go back and analyze that. You can see here that he effectively is behind some coverage. You have the enemy right here. You have him completely ducked below the coverage. No line of sight for the enemy to even take a headshot. If I were him, I would pull what we call in the industry a pop and go. And what that basically looks like is I would have him jump this barrier, do a 360, so a complete spin, 360 degrees, right? And if he could just land a headshot, that's it. It's that simple. So jump the barrier, jump off of the top, 360, land the headshot, and this is a surefire way to eliminate this opponent. We train our guys consistently to hit these sort of shots. Why? Because they work, they're effective, and they're quite simple. You know, and then we're not asking much. We're asking for you to jump off the top here, hit a 360, and land a headshot. Is that too much? Truthfully, is that too much to ask of someone who plays professional Call of Duty? Larbin James. Hey Larbin, could you hit a buzzer beater? Yeah, sure, no problem. That's why you pay me millions. We got to start expecting more out of these esports athletes. We got to start demanding more out of them. You know, we say jump, they go how high. If you don't set the bar high enough, they're going to constantly underperform and meet the low standards that we set. That's why at the Samurai Blood Clan Esports Call of Duty practices, before practice ends, you must hit 5 360 no-scopes at the end of every practice. Not because it's cool, not because it's fun, because it's expected. We don't freak out in clip when one of our guys hits a 360 no-scope. Why? It was expected, that's why. Yeah, and I mean right here, let's go back and check this one out. So he got a nice elimination, right? As you can see, the gun is up here just sort of flipping up in the air. If I were this guy, I would take the opportunity. You've just utilized probably a mag's worth of ammo in your current weapon. I would make a dash right here, and I would capture this gun and swap them before it even hits the ground. Why? Because you know they just heard the commotion. You know other players are going to show up and investigate what just went down. Now you have a fresh weapon to take care of business with. We call this a swap and go. This is called a swap and go in professional Call of Duty. A lot of teams aren't training their players in this method anymore. It's sort of a lost art, but you essentially use the lag time between, okay, I just got an elimination, let's go and catch this gun. And that's where the term catch and go comes into play. Something new you guys probably didn't know. Okay, so he's in a 1v3. Let's see how he's going to handle this. Okay, I mean, and that was pretty smooth. A couple critiques, though. So as you guys can see, he's running into a situation where he's going to be encountering 3 opponents. And we get a lot of questions from our viewers. Kirby, how did some of your pro members of your Call of Duty esports team from Samurai Blood Clan, how do you guys handle a 3v1? And we handled it a little differently than they handled it in this clip. 3v1s are always going to be difficult, but we prefer to handle a 3v1 in a way that's a little more up close and personal. We're going to get in their faces. We're going to intimidate them. So what we're going to actually do is we're not going to sit back here. We are going to rush around this corner, and we're going to push them in this sort of formation. Why? Because when you're surrounded by 3 grown men, right, it creates again, this is where that 360 comes into play. The law of 360 is mathematically proven in Call of Duty. You can find 360s in every single map design of Call of Duty, player movement in Call of Duty. Everything is based off of the 360. Just as brickwork alone, look at. That's a circle. That's 360 degrees right there. My point being, right guys? My point being is it's math. It's proven fact. So what you're going to do is you're going to rush this group of 3 men. You're going to get yourself in the center of them. You're going to let them surround you. Again, these are 3 men who are aggressive. They're looking to harm you. They're looking to do stuff to you. That's when you're going to hit a crouch. And we're gonna call it a 360 crouch maneuver. So you're going to hit that crouch. You're going to spin and fire. Now, a lot of our pro members utilize the mouse imaged here. This is a ball-based mouse. So when you're surrounded by the 3 men, you're going to use this ball-based mouse. And what this is going to do, again, our best player, JT Fireshot, team captain of Samurai Blood Clan, uses this exact mouse specifically for this reason. One swipe of this ball mouse, you're 360ing all the way around. You can win a 3v1 with this strategy. And here are just some images of places that sell these mouses and some relatively fair prices for these mouses if you guys are interested in trying these mice out in this maneuver. But yeah, it is a very effective maneuver when ran correctly. Oof. Yeah, not the best way to approach that. Right there, you guys witnessed, okay, he got that first elimination. He was right on the money with his aim. Why couldn't he get that second? You may be saying, not much he could have done. The other guy got to the punch quicker. Not the case. Again, going off of that law of 360 that we talk about, I would have much preferred, and if I were coaching him, you see him get the elimination here, right? Boom, eliminated. Very well done. This player is now dropping in from the sky. Right? He's pulling a bit of a bird kind of maneuver. He drops in. This is where, okay, I took this player out. This is where I'd recommend to hit another 360. Why? Pulling a 360 here while he is suspended in the air makes it impossible for him to make any adjustments when completely not in contact with the ground. The 360 will throw off his center of gravity, in turn throwing off his aim. So you hit that 360. When you come all the way back around and catch him, his aim's going to be way off. He's going to be way off over here now because he is trying to follow that momentum while in midair. It's all science, guys. This is all things that Albert Einstein, Leonardo DiCaprio, all these famous scientists discovered way back in the day. It's just how do you apply it now? How do you apply it to modern day science like Call of Duty? The law of 360 has been around in Call of Duty since the beginning of the game. And I don't need to show you guys examples. Just Google 360 no scope. You will find mass amounts of content proving this theory. But anyways, guys, as the acting COO and head of media for the Samurai Blood Clan Esports organization, yeah, I really was not that impressed with any of this footage. Guys, the comment section is open. I want to hear any questions you guys have, any thoughts, opinions you guys may have, any questions on the 360 theory that I went over today that you guys may have. We're more than willing to answer them for you guys and just have some great discussions in the comment section. So please, guys, please comment. Please like, please subscribe. It helps the channel out greatly. We're just looking to break about 1 million to 2 million subs this year. We're on track to do that. So please like, please subscribe. Please remember to follow us on all of our socials for more Samurai Blood Clan tips, tricks, and gameplay. And with that, guys, this is Kirby's DS Daddy, acting COO and head of media for Samurai Blood Clan, signing out. Thanks, guys.